Hey everybody, how's it going out there? Adappa11 here with another Star Wars action figure vehicle review. Now we're going to go to Star Wars Empire Strikes Back Vintage Collection. This dates back to 2010. This looks like a magnificent vehicle to add to the Rebel Hoth arsenal. Now, I do have here to the right two other vehicles in their bays and stations. So I have a third station behind this box, so it's time to fill it up with this one that I've been sitting on, well, since 2010 actually, because I purchased it, as you can see, at Target. It is only at Target exclusive. Now if we go into the back here, or the side, you just see the picture that it has, and it looks like a very nice, the box is terrific. This is just a beautiful, beautiful box. Of course, I'll keep it, and I'll keep care of everything. So here is the side to show you what the gimmicks are, such as defend your Snowspeeder with the firing harpoon cannon. Harpoon is removable and can be interchanged with a non-firing harpoon gun. That option I like. That's going to be pretty cool. So, well, there we have it. And of course, on the side here, and it's like this on the other, is a picture of the Rebel base. And if you're working on a diorama or you're trying to get an idea, instead of, if you don't want to scur the internet or whatever, there's just a picture right at the side here. So not too bad. Well, let's open it up and check it out. Okay, before we proceed with the review, I wanted to go ahead and show you, because I'm sure maybe a few of you there are wondering how it's packaged and whatnot. You can already tell that this is modeled on a smaller scale. As a commenter had stated in one of my past reviews, I'm sorry if it's basically TR Kobe, stated that it's a smaller and improved version. Thanks for the tip there. And also Paul V, who stated that it was much improved. I can already tell just from the glance. So you will have to put it together. So here the parts are packaged well and separated, and they were of course in this sleeve right here. And there was a set of instructions which are here. So yes, there's a little bit of putting assembly here. So just wanted to let you know, and I'll put that together and we'll proceed with the review. And we're not quite there yet. Upon opening up more and getting into what was in the bags, I thought, well, you know, maybe I should show you before I put it together how diverse in accessories this is. So we see that we have 4 cannons, and we have projectiles that actually function here. I have one that is not within the cannon. So the button is right here. This of course goes in there. You can see it here. And then you have those that do not, and they are there. So here we have the back gun that also has a projectile, and it is neatly and nicely arranged and wrapped around this cardboard right here. And then of course you have the gunnery that has no projectile, which is the one I'm going to keep in there, because there's no way in the world that I can keep these in there. My son would see them and I would not. Oh, I let him play. I do let him play, not with Rogue 2, but the power of the Force over there. And if he saw projectiles on this, oh, I can't take that risk. This is such a nice. I think this has jumped in my top 5 or 6 just from what I've looked at so far. Anyways, we'll get into that. Now here's the sticker sheets. Now that's I've gotten kind of, I guess, used to some of these vehicles not having stickers. Oh, some tweezers here, they're not working. And here we go. So these do, and you know, my old shaky hands, oh, this is not going to be too fun putting them on. But here's what goes into the dash, or I should say into the cockpit. Cool. All right, well, so wanted to go ahead and show you before I get it assembled. So yeah, this thing is souped up. All right, let's put them together. Oh yeah, I also wanted to show you over there, you have a compartment that you'll have to install there, and then of course right here. So this all came like this, all came loose. This has to be assembled. These were closed. The brakes, the braking components, the name slipped on my tongue. But anyways, the brake flaps, You all have to open them. But I also like, and I'll point this out now since it's right in front of us, is that when getting into the cockpit, there is a nice little groove here for your thumbnail to get into. And then so when you open it up, now it doesn't stay up. Well, okay, it's staying up pretty well right there. I don't know. Okay. When I first opened it up, it didn't stay in there too tight. So you can see there is some coloring. Oh, I like that. Oh, this is going to be great. So anyways, there we go. Let me put it together. I digress. Okay, so here we go with the Snowspeeder that has the projectiles that are just molded in there. They do not fire at all. We'll take a look at that first. And I can tell you right now, this is definitely one awesome vehicle. Wow. It is smaller. It will fit in between the legs of the AT-AT Legacy version, the bigger model. And I really like the paint, the details, everything about it. It maybe except the fact of one thing. I'm not a big fan of the stickers. They came out looking good, but as an adult collector, past 40 plus, oh, the eyes and a little bit of trembling from all these years of hard work. And I tell you what, wow, I got a couple stickers on there a little bit off-centered, and I'm a stickler for that. So I can't put the stickers on and as well as I used to, and we'll see that as we go on. So you can just see from right here that this is a beauty. I'm very happy with this. The paint job, the firing weapons, the non-firing weapons, the glasses or the cockpit glass is really clear. And you can see the sticker decals on the outside or the exterior are A-class. And the panel and part right here comes off easily. Now these are a little stiff at first, so I just cut my nails recently. So if you have some nails, yeah, if you don't and your nails or your thumb is raw, well, deal with it. So here's the braking system. So you can see right here that it's stiff enough. It's not loose. It's not going to fall, at least for now. So these are just look at this. Just in the detail. I haven't put a dry or a gunner in the back. So, oops, let me back out here. Let's take a look at it from the back. Lovely detail. Now, when I show or review the guns that have the projectiles, we're going to get into some other areas or compartments within the back here instead of going through it now. You can just see it has very nice detail everywhere. Here's the side. This too opens up. Pretty much the same as the other side. Yeah, and the steps right here. Unfortunately, I hadn't, as of yet, had success in posing a figure that can put his feet in there like I can on the larger models. So I'll have to work on that. And let's take a look at the bottom. The landing gear is nice and stiff. It's not loose. A little trickier to get out, but that's fine with me. It's not loose. And this is a good plastic. I don't feel that it's... I have to get a chair here. Disturbance there. Okay, there we go. So it does look like maybe in production the paint was smeared on the left. That's fine with me. It doesn't bother me. It adds to some realism. Now there is a component here that I'll show you later, or compartment. And that is where the cable or string goes for the firing projectile when you want to trip up the AT-AT. So, okay, I just wanted to show you the bottom here. And I'll know a lot of this. You'll be able to pause and look where I have the diorama pictures. So, without further... Oh, you know what? We'll go through the other version with the firing projectiles. Nope, let's just go through the cockpit now. Let me go ahead and get the camera in a better position and get Wedge out of there. Or actually, I'll just show you right now. That is a little stiff. Ah. And I do have maybe a bit of trouble of keeping that cockpit open. You can see how wedge fits in there. Nice detail. From afar, I mean, you couldn't tell that I put some of the stickers on the side on a little bit crooked. But let me get some better pictures or close-ups here. Okay, so I took wedge out so we can get a better look. Now there are the side console panels, and you can see this, some of the stickers are off a little bit. Just my eyesight and that a little bit of trembling, and even with tweezers. Nope, just couldn't do it. Well, there's no coloring on the actual seats or the console panel instruments on the front, but you can see at least some brass colored looking stuff, instruments on the left and right near the, well, pretty much I guess you could say that would be, well, in between both the back gunner and the pilot in the front. So let me move this. The cockpit door does not like to stay open. So here's the front. And you can see there's the control stick on the left, stickers on the front. And I'll get another view from over here. Love that paint detail. And there we go. More of the same. And I put two of the stickers on wrong, like swap back and forth. And anyways, you wouldn't be able to tell unless you really have OCD. So nothing against OCD. I got a touch of it myself when organizing stuff, and especially when cutting videos and editing and whatnot for pictures. But so yeah, I was like bummed when I found out I put the wrong stickers on. All right, so well that gives us. Oh, let's look in the back. I also don't want to get too much video time into this because of course you'll be able to pause and look at the pictures that I provided in the diorama picture, so you don't have to. You can just pause and look. So I'll have to keep this door open. And there's the back gunner. That sticker at one point in time fell off the tweezers and fell on the floorboard, and wow, it took a while to get off without damaging it, and I got it on there proper, so it worked out okay. All right, so all right, well there's the back, and it's looking good. So let's look at this. Oops, trying to get that zoom out. Let's look at this with the projectiles intact or in place. Okay, so here we are with the projectiles in place. They're very easy to take on and off, unlike the other models. Actually, I'll just show you. Just pull up right there. Pull out. Here's the firing mechanism. The button, the fire button. Oops, I'm putting it in the wrong way. I don't think it'll work like that. Wah, wah, wah. All right, so get it in there. Right. So there, let me go ahead and show you. The back. Now we can see here, the gun still looks very cool, though it's rather much larger than the, where is it at? Where did I put it? Well, don't tell me I lost the other gun. Oh, here it is. I try to hide it so well from my son that I can't sometimes find them myself. All right, so here it is. All right, so you can tell that big difference, but it still looks rather cool. I mean, it's not overly cumbersome like the Power of the Force model that I'll show you in comparison to the size of this one. So the feature or gimmick that I like a lot with this. Now, we can see here, I'll do the best I can to keep this, there we go. Okay, now you see the string. Maybe I should turn off this light or turn it. There we go, so it's not as bright. Now we can see here that the projectile, which is here, the string goes into the back. It doesn't seem very long, does it? Like, what? What do you mean? How are you going to wrap that around anything, much less some AT-AT legs? Well, right here on the bottom, it is that compartment that I was telling you about. So if we open it up, there we go. As we can see, the string is all just, I pushed it all in there. Of course, my number one concern is with time or usage, and it's not going to be used that often, though with just diorama pictures. How easily will it get tied into a knot. Oof. I don't want to use it enough to find out. I will try to hide the fact that this has this gimmick on here from my son so he doesn't try to talk me into, playing with it. Oof. Nope. So, you can see here, the button is right there. And let's see, where should I aim it at? You want to try to get that droid? Let's see if we can hit that droid. And let's see how far the string will come out. Not very. All right, so it'll take some pulling. Okay. It kind of reminds me of that, well, I don't know. If you've seen Ice Pirates and that one creature as they're breaking in to raid or... never mind. Anyways, so you can see, wow, this really goes back quite a ways. Holy smokes. Okay, well, let me, before you get too dizzy with the blurred camera and the moving around, let me just kind of move this here and see if I can even stretch it. Okay, there we go. So I'll stretch it across right here. So it looks to be maybe about 18 inches long, a little, maybe even less than 2 feet. Actually, let's find out, huh? I have a tape measure right here. It's approximate, well, it's about 2 feet, yeah. If I were to pull it taut, it might get an extra inch, but with a projectile, it's easily 2 feet. Wow, that's pretty cool. Okay, so let us retract this and get a comparison into size. Okay, here we have a side-by-side comparison of our vintage collection to the left, which is notably smaller than our Kenner version 2 Snowspeeder on the right, which I believe was released in 96 or 7. I'm sorry, don't have the exact year, somewhere around there. We can see that it is clearly smaller. Okay, let's take a look and get a comparison of what it's like against the collection's Rogue 2. And again, it is smaller than our Rogue 2. Very happy that this will fit in between the Legacy Collection's AT-AT, the bigger version of the AT-AT, and can make diorama pictures, and I guess if you play with them, fun. It's hard for the diorama pictures, but you can manipulate them to get a good look, a decent look. So I did neglect to show you something, and I want to go ahead and try this now, and that's the projectiles in the front. So, can I hit my target? Ooh, I hit her. I was trying to get the robot, or the android. Forgot his name. I hit her twice. Oops. Well, there we have it, my friends. Don't have a Kenner version to compare it to. Sorry about that. Never had that one. So I hope I covered everything. I may have left something out. If I did, I'm sorry. I was excited and probably got a little hasty to get all this stuff done and taken care of because winter is coming to a close soon. And that leads me to this. I only have a few more Hoth reviews to do left. And that will be maybe 2 to 3 figures and, of course, the Legacy Collection's AT-AT. So, and then, of course, when we get into spring, I'm in north of the equator, so it'll be spring for us. We're going to get into more Tatooine and, you guessed it, Endor and Kashyyyk style stuff. So, hey everybody, can you help me get to 50 likes? I'm going to go ahead and try to get the analytics up a little bit and boost up the stuff so we can get ready for this AT-AT. And, oh wow, this is going to be my last hurrah for Hoth for a while. And, yeah, I guess that's about it, everybody. Thanks for your time. Thanks for everything else, and until next time, take care. May the Force be with you. Goodbye, everybody.